As the executive director of the SHRM Foundation, Mark Schmit leads in the efforts to advance the direction and impact of the human resources profession. He joins us now here in Washington, D.C. at the company's annual meeting. Thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
What is the SHRM Foundation?
The SHRM Foundation is the philanthropic arm of SHRM, and as such we take donations and we use those donations to fund HR scholarships as well as academic research.
We met actually one of your scholarship recipients, Jessica Collins. She's also a veteran. Did many veterans apply for these scholarships?
Yes, we get many applications from veterans. This was our first year doing a veteran scholarship to the annual conference, and we're delighted that Jessica won the award. She's a great representation for the profession.
If this is the first year that you're awarding veteran scholarships, clearly you saw the need and the importance. Why?
Yeah, well, we recognize that they have a very unique perspective and a very unique set of skills that they can bring to the HR profession. And many of them come from highly skilled HR jobs within the military, and that translates very well into the HR programs within corporations and small businesses around the country.
What is SHRM doing to help veterans transition in the coming years?
Yeah, we're doing many things. With the scholarships, we help educate them in different ways from the education they might have coming into the military. With the effective practice guidelines, we're able to give them tools and resources to be able to upskill to some of the new ways that HR is being practiced within organizations today. We have ways for them to get certified to be HR practitioners at both a junior level and a senior level. So many different ways to integrate them better into the civilian workforce.
Tell us about the SHRM Foundation's philanthropic efforts in terms of helping veterans with HR professional development.
In the past, the SHRM Foundation gave scholarships to folks who had a need and who had achieved a great deal in their careers already, and we wanted to give them a leg up for the next part of their mission. But what we recognize is that there are many other groups that weren't being represented in those scholarships we were giving. So we decided to target specifically at groups who had challenges as they came either out of the military or disabilities or other challenges they might face in integrating into the workforce. And so we've started to focus on those groups to bring them along with the rest of our members.
How do you work with HR managers to help them realize the importance of hiring veterans and to maximize their recruiting strategies?
Yeah, oftentimes employers don't know about the valuable skills that veterans can bring, or they might not realize that the transfer of skills and knowledge from the military oftentimes doesn't look exactly like those skills that they're trying to hire for in the workforce, and they have to make a bit of an effort, and we're trying to educate them that the effort really is worth it, because you get a highly skilled professional with a great attitude and a great sense of responsibility. Loyalty is big for organizations, and they've got it.
Which industry tends to hire the most veterans?
Well, most industries will hire veterans, but it might be more of a levels issue, right? So when you have infantry, for example, it's harder sometimes to translate those skills into civilian skills. So you're a gunner, right? Okay, well, what does that mean in civilian terms? And so there's a number of different resources that are being developed to help make those translations. Now at the senior level, many of the folks that come from the military have come from the command and control kind of environment. And then they go into an environment that's very much a diffuse decision making, not so much hierarchy. And so they need mentors, they need educators to help them translate, or I should say transfer, from that mentality to a new mentality.
And is it just as important to be able to educate HR managers to help identify this and make this translation as well?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the keys is building a culture of inclusionness so that these veterans feel included in the organization, they feel valued, and you give them the resources they need to make that transition. If that happens, we've seen tremendous results. Mentor programs, for example, where you put a mentor with one of the incoming vets, can really help them understand the difference between their past culture and the culture they're growing into now.
For veterans interested in your scholarships, where can they go for more information?
They can come to the SHRMFoundation.org website. We have all the qualifications and criteria there for the program, and we have both academic scholarships for them as well as scholarships to annual conference and some of our smaller conferences at SHRM as well.
Mark, thanks for joining us on Hiring America.
Thank you very much for having me.